Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a heartwarming update straight from Incheon Airport, and trust me, this one has the entire fandom buzzing. Im YoonA has officially returned to Korea after wrapping up her hugely successful fan meeting in Taipei, and her arrival has already turned into one of the day's biggest talking points. From her bright mood to her subtle gestures, and even the tiny things fans swear they noticed, we're breaking down everything that happened the moment she touched down. Let's jump right into it. The second YoonA stepped out into the arrival hall, fans immediately picked up on something. She had that refreshed, glowing aura she always carries when she finishes an event she truly enjoyed. Her Taipei fan meeting was a massive hit, and that happiness clearly followed her all the way back home. Even after a long flight, she appeared relaxed, cheerful, and effortlessly elegant. Flashes were going off non-stop, cheers echoed through the terminal, and airport staff tried their best to keep the pathway clear. But through all that noise and movement, YoonA stayed graceful as ever. She greeted supporters with soft waves, gentle eye contact, and that iconic smile she's been known for since her debut. One detail that immediately went viral online was how she kept glancing around as she walked, almost as if she was hoping to spot someone familiar. Fans jokingly captioned the clips with, "She's searching for B." It's just playful fan humor, but it shows how closely people watch her and how every tiny motion becomes meaningful to her community. People who were there said she seemed calm and genuinely happy. No signs of exhaustion, no rushed movements, just her natural poise. Fans from Taipei had already shared earlier that she was in an especially joyful mood during the fan meeting. She laughed, danced, teased fans, opened up more than usual, and even looked emotional at certain moments. It's no surprise she returned to Korea glowing with that same warmth. As she walked forward, fans who were right beside the barricades talked about her soft, fresh scent, the kind of delicate perfume that fits her classic, minimal image. Others commented on how youthful and breezy she looked, thanks to her subtle makeup. Even though this wasn't a vacation, she looked like she had just come back from one. Closer to the exit, the crowd surged forward, but YoonA stayed composed. She acknowledged posters, glanced at handwritten notes, and even gave a tiny nod to a group chanting her name. One fan said she made eye contact for half a second and described it as life-changing. And honestly, that's the YoonA effect. Another thing that gained praise online was her professionalism. Airport arrivals can easily get chaotic, but she handled everything with patience and grace. Some fans even teared up, especially those who traveled all the way to Taipei for her fan meeting. Seeing her back on home ground felt like the perfect emotional finale to their weekend. The overall atmosphere was warm and full of love. Supporters held Taiwanese flags, fan meeting banners, and LED messages, thanking her. Some fans filmed themselves crying because they were still overwhelmed by how open and emotional she was during the event. Seeing her again at the airport felt like closing a beautiful chapter. As she moved along, she gave a small bow to the security team and airport staff, showcasing the politeness she's known for. These tiny gestures are part of why she remains one of the most respected actresses in Korea. Now, about that fan meeting, Taipei absolutely adored her. The venue was filled with excitement, laughter, and heartfelt messages. She performed, chatted freely, joined in on games, and shared meaningful stories. Fans said she was more expressive than usual and genuinely touched by the support. That sincerity is exactly what people saw in her as she arrived back in Korea. When she finally reached her vehicle, she paused for one last wave, slow, warm, and full of appreciation. A simple gesture, but it carried so much feeling. The door closed gently behind her, marking the end of her Taipei to Seoul journey, but the clips and fan reactions are still spreading like wildfire online. People are complimenting her kindness, her glow, her gentle energy, and the way she interacts with fans. And truly, that's what happens when an artist builds a genuine bond with her audience. It becomes a two-way exchange of love and gratitude. As her car pulled away, fans could be heard shouting, "Rest well. Thank you for your hard work, and can't wait for your next project." And moments like these remind everyone why YoonA is such an irreplaceable figure in Korean entertainment: graceful, reliable, talented, and endlessly humble. So we circle back to the opening line. Im YoonA has safely returned to Korea after a wonderfully successful event in Taipei, and yes, fans are still joking that she seemed to be looking for someone in the crowd. It's sweet, it's funny, and it's exactly the kind of tiny moment fans love to latch onto. And with that, today's update comes to a warm close. YoonA is back home. She's safe, she's glowing, and her fandom is reliving every second of her journey. Her return marks the end of one beautiful event, but the excitement for her next project has already begun, whether that's a drama, a film, a fan meeting, or a new endorsement. Whatever she does next, she's going to shine. Now, before we wrap things up, let's talk a little more about the online reaction, because the internet has been absolutely overflowing with posts, edits, memes, and real-time discussions about YoonA's arrival. Within minutes of her stepping into the arrival zone, fan accounts began uploading every possible angle, and each clip seemed to spark a new conversation. Some fans focused on her expressions, saying she looked extra bright and peaceful. Others highlighted how she kept scanning the crowd, insisting she must have been searching for a familiar face. Then there were the humorous edits, slow-motion zoom-ins, dramatic soundtracks, captions like, "YoonA looking for B like she's in a K-drama." It didn't take long for these edits to go viral. And of course, her airport departure from Taipei was another huge topic. Fans who were there recalled how she waved repeatedly before entering the boarding area, as though she didn't want to leave without giving everyone a proper goodbye. People said she seemed genuinely touched, like she wanted to soak up every bit of the warmth her Taiwanese fans gave her. Back in Korea, as photos continued circulating, fashion fans started discussing her styling. Even though we're not diving into specific outfits, what everyone agreed on was how polished yet effortless she looked. Whether she's coming back from a long flight or attending a major event, YoonA always manages to step out looking like a timeless icon, simple, elegant, and undeniably charming. Meanwhile, entertainment reporters have also been commenting on her return. Many of them pointed out that after high-energy fan meetings, some celebrities tend to look drained or go into rest mode. But YoonA seemed energized, almost refreshed, as if her time in Taipei gave her a boost rather than wearing her out. It's something her longtime supporters mention often. She doesn't just give love, she absorbs it, and it shows. Online communities also started speculating about what she might be working on next. Some are convinced she's preparing for a new acting project. Others think another fan meeting might be on the horizon. A few even joked that she looked